Hello, a fight to the death is raging, and it's raging down there. Yeah, I mean, people are got some very eloquent comments and abuse, and I like to balance the two. YouTube viewer, how tall is Owen? To be honest, I'm a bit of a short ass. I'm 5'9", which is relatively diminutive. I've got a twin sister, and twins tend to be smaller apparently, and I've got two elder brothers who are taller. The reason you're presumably asking that is because I interviewed Jacob Rees-Mogg, who is very tall. I mean, he's a ruddy tall man. Whatever you say about Jacob Rees-Mogg, he's pretty tall. He towered over me, maybe in more sense than one, as far as some of you are concerned. Right, there's a comment which keeps recurring, but I can't actually find it. Basically, people keep asking why I keep saying party the way I say it. Party. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. It's this weird affliction. I can't say party properly. Party. Lando Fold, hello. Owen, what's your opinion on the rumours of deselection of more right-wing MPs of the Labour Party? Well, I think it's a bit overblown, because I know the Labour leadership have, what they've done is they've opposed mandatory reselection. That's where all Labour MPs would have to be, automatically, they would have to go through another selection process where they'd be up against other candidates. And I suppose the fear of people who are on the right of the Labour Party is because the composition of the Labour Party's changed. So many people have joined the Labour Party. Obviously about 60% voted for Jeremy Corbyn and far more people have joined since. So their fear there is that because they think the party membership has swung in a different direction, that if they were forced to be reselected, then they would end up being booted out in favour of somebody else with different views, for example. But they don't support mandatory reselection. I know some MPs are really worried about it, but I would personally be pretty surprised if there was this massive purge of MPs who are seen as being not left-wing enough. And I think, in terms of the Parliamentary Labour Party, I think most of them now, unless they choose to step down themselves, I would imagine will still be there representing Labour at the next election. Daniel Taylor. It's like when Harry met Sally, only steamier.
Ooh. Are you okay?
Daniel Taylor, you just behave yourself. Scragnog1, what a name. Did you have to meet in a public place to avoid violence? Well, yeah. Who? Am I? What do you mean me? You're going to attack Jacob? I never attacked Jacob. As you can tell, actually, I was quite charmed by him. My old housemate said that I should never meet up with right-wing people because I'm so easily charmed. I always end up thinking, oh, they're all right, really. Maybe he, you know, with my line of questioning, maybe he wanted to punch me. John Gale. Hey up, Owen. Hey up. Just been to a Momentum meeting. What are your thoughts on the movement? So Momentum was set up as a grassroots organisation as the successor to the Jeremy Corbyn grassroots campaign. My view of Momentum is that it should, you know, become a community movement, the hub of each community in terms of the activities it could do, like trying to organise non-voters with mass registration drives, like setting up food banks where they could actually organise people who need food rather than just giving them food. Maybe organising private tenants associations. It is being portrayed by the media and others as this sinister force that's going to purge the Labour Party and terrorise anyone who disagrees. But that is certainly not the motive between the key people who've been driving the whole thing. Stefano's 2691. Hello. Hey Erin, what makes you cry then? Well, often films actually. I'm a bit of a soppy get when it comes to films. 12 Years a Slave. Bawled my eyes out. And Pride. I don't care if you are a battle-hardened right-wing conservative. You know, that and bit Pride, a film about LGBT activists who support the miners. Honestly, if you don't cry at that, I think genuinely you are a heartless individual. Jack Sidaway, smug prick. Now, Jack, I don't know if you're talking about me or you're talking about Jacob Rees-Mogg. I really don't. It could be either of us. That is a volley of abuse you have thrown. And there will be collateral damage, whichever way. Maybe you mean both, but I think you would have pluralised it. Well, if I'm a smug prick, I apologise. I will try to be more humble in my approach. I don't think Jacob Rees-Mogg's that smug. He's quite sweet in his own way. I thought I had a bit of humility. I mean, I strongly disagree with his politics. But I don't think he's smug or a prick, really. Lockie Wood, hello. Talk to our newest MP, Owen. Yeehaw! Well, it seems, Lockie Wood, that you've escaped from some sort of Western. Yeah, it was a fantastic result for Labour, obviously, in Oldham. Now, there was the by-election there after the sad death of Michael Meacher, the Labour MP for many, many years in that constituency. And it was seen by, I think this whole media narrative was, Labour are going to get a massive shellacking, They're gonna, UKIP might even just take the seat. Now, there's a lot of triumphalism actually by some UKIP people. So take Patrick O'Flynn, who's a UKIP member of the European Parliament, and he said, next week is the week when Labour finds out how many middle-class student ultra-leftists there are in Oldham. Should be an interesting week. Well, turns out several thousand, because what happened, and actually, the turnout was lower than the general election. You expect that in by-elections. 40% though, pretty healthy actually. And actually, the Labour share of the vote actually went up significantly, whilst UKIP's vote only went up a tiny bit and the Tory vote halved. That was not what was supposed to happen. The local candidate was an excellent local candidate, very much rooted in his constituency, Jim McMahon, and he's somebody who's not on the left of the party. So people who oppose Jeremy Corbyn go, aha, this is a sign that this wing of the party is brilliant and all the rest. And the Jeremy Corbyn leadership would say, well, aha, people have been going on about how disastrous things have been and how unpopular he is, but this huge, resounding victory was achieved under his leadership. I just think it's difficult, to be honest with you, to extract any lessons from that by-election. Thank you, everybody. Great set of comments, as ever. I am a bit jet-lagged, I'm afraid. I've just gone back from Mexico on this British council jaunt, so I'm not quite on form today, but I will recover on form. So do keep those comments coming. Subscribe, and as ever, I will see you next time.